Welcome back to the channel, folks. For this episode, we're going to be heading to a farm in Frazeysburg, Ohio. We'll be exploring around the property, cooking over a campfire, and enjoying the beautiful spring weather here in Ohio. Come along with me. Welcome back, everybody. We are here in Frazeysburg, Ohio. So we're going to do another little overnight. Let's get unpacked and check this place out. Very sweet. So you guessed it, we're in another little cabin here, and what's more, we're in another A-frame. So, okay, let's check out. Got a loft here. Looks to be like a double up here. Oh, sweet. They even provide linens and pillows and stuff for you if you like. And then it looks like we got a little, not a single, what do they call that? A twin. Excellent. Come and check this out. Look at this deck. And look at that view. I just noticed this in the back of the cabin here. So, definitely kid-friendly. Alright, so, yeah, the bathroom's just maybe 30 yards from the cabin, so not a far walk. Very neat. Alright, so they use a composting toilet here. And I'm imagining this is sawdust? No, trash can. Oh, they've got it listed. Oh, wood shavings. There we go. You know what it smells like in here? It smells like a clove. So, yeah, no aroma or anything at all. So that place is, that's spotless in there. I bet this place is absolutely overrun with deer. Yeah, so the McKee Farm. I believe they have about 240 acres here. So if you're looking for some solitude, this is definitely, you're going to get it here. Their farmhouses and their living area is on the complete other side of the property, I guess. But it's beautiful here. It's very quiet. I can hear some sheep. I don't know if the video, I don't know if the camera picked up the sheep or not. But anyways, and this place is only like 50-60 miles outside of Columbus. So if you don't feel like driving a long way, I would definitely bookmark this place and check it out. One thing I will say is that the driveway in, the hill's pretty steep, and it is a dirt drive, a gravel drive. So I would definitely recommend something all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. If not, it's actually not a very far walk to just park down there at the bottom of the hill and then just, pack your stuff up to the cabin. All right, well, right here next to the cabin, it does look like we have something of a little trail there, so let's check it out. A lot of hills. All right, so maybe it wasn't a trail. It's still beautiful up here, though. This is just right behind the cabin. Keep finding these little picked over corn cobs, and there's all these stalks all over the place as well. I'm wondering if this was a cornfield. Man, the camera really just does not do it any justice. They have a second cabin. You can kind of see the roof of it right down there, and it's more like a cabin on stilts. If I'm remembering correctly, they salvaged some old telephone poles, and so they basically made it really tall. So pretty cool. That one's was rented out, I believe, to some other folks already. So we won't go down there and bother them. But they do have two different cabins. I'm gonna kind of cut across the field here and take the road up and see if that leads me anywhere. All right, yeah. So the road kind of dead ends here, but check this out. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that this was a cornfield last year, or I don't know, maybe even the year before. Man, you just can't win. Take my sweater off. The wind just gives me a chill. Put a sweater on, I start sweating. Yeah, if solitude is what you're looking for, this is a place to do it. Also, there's not a lot of wireless cell phone signal here. I think I have maybe like one bar. So this is a good place to unplug as well. The only thing I've heard is somebody drove by on a side-by-side, but outside of that, it's just chickens and the sheep off into the distance. And these little A-frames are so cool. I have to have one day. These things are so interesting. You know, like, what do they call that even? It's like a swing for like adults or something. Oh, yeah. Pick up trash where you see it, folks. Yeah, I don't know. Leave a comment below if you know what these things are called. Like, it's got like a pillow. I mean, yeah, these things are wild. All right, so for the weather, it's supposed to get down to like 39 degrees Fahrenheit tonight. So that's not bad at all. Well, it's about 4:30. A little bit too early to start dinner, so I'll probably wait another hour and then we'll get the fire started. And yeah, we're going to be cooking over the campfire tonight. We're doing quesadillas. Oh, oops. A little shotgun shell. I like hunting for trash. It's like a scavenger hunt. Well, I mean, we should probably look at the bones of this place. So, I'm guessing that's a 6x6? Interesting. Alright. I'm just going to guess that there's probably like a cement pylon or something down in there, and that they've leveled it off. Interesting. I mean, I guess technically you wouldn't need this much, but like they have a very large deck. But all these are load bearing. That's very interesting way of doing it. I mean, if it were me, I'd have probably use 4x4s for the deck. But they've done 6x6s all around. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, this thing is sturdy. You know, this isn't going anywhere. There's those chairs again. I mean, you could obviously put a kid in this, but this is for an adult. You know, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what these. I've never seen anything like this. Well, I mean, when in Rome, right? A little koozie. This is all right. You know, it's like little details that I kind of notice. Like, they didn't just like wrap the railing wire around the thing or whatever. They drilled through, then they fed that wire through. Yeah, these bolts, they have like a little gasket on them. You can tell from the sunny side versus the, I don't know, unsunny side, that this is the side that kind of gets the ground. What I'm curious about is if you look along this line, you know, you've got them all along here, but the row up above, they're staggered a bit more. And then it kind of goes the same way all the way up. Full row of bolts, staggered, full row, staggered. I'll have to look into that. I don't know why that is. Why builders do it that way. That's interesting. Same thing here. So bolts all the way across. The next row is staggered, all the way across, staggered, all the way across, and staggered. Interesting. I'm not saying they did it wrong or anything. I just don't know why they did it. I don't really know anything about building. But if I plan to like build one of these things one day, that's curious. Do they not need them so they don't use as many bolts? Because just a lesser amount of bolts will still get the job done? Or is there a reason for that? I don't really know. If you're somebody who builds things, leave a comment down below. Let me know what the logic is behind this. It's all going up in here, because one day I'm going to have one of these things. I will have one day. We're definitely double walled and definitely insulate. I mean, I would imagine there's insulation in here. All right, so while the wind is not blowing, we're going to go ahead and light this guy up. I'm going to drop him down in there. And then start getting some of this business over the top of them. They were kind enough to leave this giant pile of kindling right here. We're going to let that get down into a bed of coals, and then we'll start cooking. You're right there, buddy? Yeah. I know. It was windy up there, hey? This is my grill grate. There are many like it, but this one is mine. I haven't seen a grill grate here, so if you're gonna cook over the campfire, bring a grill grate. Yeah, I should have brought my little table with me. You know, sometimes you just don't think about these things until you're there. Alright, we're gonna get this little guy. Alright, so I've just kind of got some raw shrimp here. These are pre-seasoned. So, where's my tongs? Alright, that's probably good enough. Yeah, so we're just kind of doing a little chop. Nothing crazy. Alright, we're coming in hot, folks. We're gonna drop a tortilla down in here. Just give it a little thin layer of processed, probably half plastic cheese. Yes. And then going in with our scrimp. We're gonna go in with some diced jalapenos. We are gonna cover all of that with just a little bit more cheese. And then I'm gonna hit it with some of this Caribbean salsa. Right, from there, drop another tortilla on top of it. We're just gonna give it a minute. It's getting there. Truth be told, you could just cook this thing straight on the grill grate. But I like the butter, you know? I don't know. I like the butter. Yeah, I don't know, folks. I think we're just about there. Just give me the quesadilla, brah. Well, I didn't cut these so well, but that's okay. Shrimp quesadillas on the Barbie. Ooh, this is going to be hot. That'll do. Yeah, the Tropical Pepper Company. This Scotch Bonnet Caribbean. It's not super hot, but it is so flavorful. And it's really, really good with fish and pork, white meats. Yeah, it's great. I love it. And I would just about put it on everything. It does have a little heat to it, though, so eat in moderation. I have this book, 101 Famous Poems. You know, I always loved the poets. They were, even if you didn't necessarily like the poem, but they were always like such masters of the language, right? So here's a good one. And then once you read through it a couple times, like it really kind of starts to hit home. And I think that's kind of how a lot of poems work. So this is The Things That Cause a Quiet Life by Henry Howard. My friend, the things that do attain, the happy life these I find. The riches left, not got with pain, the fruitful ground, the quiet mind. The equal friend, no grudge nor strife, no charge of rule, no governance, without disease, the healthy life, the household of continuance. The mean diet, no dainty fare, true wisdom joined with simpleness, the night discharged of all care, where wine the wit may not oppress. The faithful wife, without debate, such sleeps as may beguile the night, content thyself with thine estate, neither wish death nor fear his might. The quiet life. These men and women were the masters of the language. Love it. Oh my goodness. One more. This is by Robert Frost. Stopping by the woods on a snowy evening. Whose woods these are, I think I know. His house is in the village, though. He will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. My little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmhouse near. Between the woods and frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year. He gives his harness bells a shake to ask if there's some mistake. The only other sounds the sweep of easy wind and downy flake. But the woods are lovely, dark, and deep. But I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep. Miles to go before I sleep. That speaks a lot to me. You hear these goats, sheep, whatever? Do they like have a bedtime or something, the sheep? I think there's a whole lot else going on tonight, folks. I'm just kind of hanging out here by the fire. I've had my dinner. I'm full. I'm happy. And I'm just sitting out here listening to the sounds of the sheep and the chickens and squirrels and all that. And I don't know. I'm just content. So. Yeah, I don't know, guys. It's not that late. It's like 8 p.m. But I feel tired. And I'm like reading poetry and stuff to you guys. So probably it's going to be time pretty soon here to go to bed. So well, good morning, you all. It is a crisp spring morning, for sure. So I stayed plenty warm in my sleeping bag, so it was a good night's rest. But it's a little chilly this morning, a little chill. And last night it got a little cold. It got down to about 35 degrees Fahrenheit. But like I said, I stayed plenty warm. The sheep are at it again, and there's a ton of birds out. So I'm gonna kind of slowly start packing things up, and then we'll get on the road. Got to get home. Got to get editing. Well, that is a wrap, folks. Yeah, so once again, this is the McKee Farm here in Frazeysburg, Ohio, and I stayed at their Oxley cabin. Awesome spot, really awesome spot. It's beautiful around here, and it's very, very peaceful. So if you're looking to get away and maybe you just don't want to drive a long way, this place is only 50, 60 miles from Columbus, so definitely check it out. And I'll put a link to the McKee Farm down below, and definitely come and pay these people a visit. It's well worth your while. But as always, everybody, I appreciate you watching the video. Make sure you're hitting the like button. Make sure you're hitting the subscribe button. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you all in a couple weeks.